Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. You don't know me yet, but hopefully you will soon. So anyway, today we're gonna be going over FNAF nostalgia and old things from the early days of FNAF. And if you don't know, the early days of FNAF were kind of concerning, but we'll be going over the less crazy, wild, wicked things today, and we're gonna actually go over some quality FNAF nostalgia. So let's just go ahead and get straight into this. Magma Ren was a FNAF YouTube creator who became popular around 2018 to 2019, and he became popular for his old FNAF AU animations, which were all voice acted by him. It's so painfully obvious how they're all voice acted by him. Just listen to Chica.
Does anything about the pizzeria seem different to you guys?
Yeah, no, there's no convincing that will help me understand that that is voiced by a woman. There is no way that's not just voiced by Magma Ren. The two main AUs I remember were A Twisted Truth and A Twisted Nightmare, which both have very similar names but are from different timelines almost. I think they're connected, but I never fully watched through A Twisted Nightmare or A Twisted Truth because, fun fact, A Twisted Truth was finished this year. He posted the last part this year and he started it 6 years ago. Honestly insane in my opinion. And we'll talk about The Twisted Truth first. So The Twisted Truth is basically about this old animatronic that, it takes place after The Twisted Nightmare, and this old animatronic that's basically Withered Freddy puts a chip in his head that gives Charlie the ghost's memories, and then a bunch of stuff happens. I recommend you just go watch it yourself if it's really nostalgic to you. But I find it really funny how the art style just randomly changes and increases in a span of one episode. But he did improve a lot throughout the series. Look at this walking animation, and then look at this one. That's a difference in my book. The Twisted Truth takes place before Twisted Nightmare, and it's also a lot older than the Twisted Nightmare. And it's basically where Bonnie, Freddy, Foxy, Chica, they're back from a mission that is a whole nother series that I never even watched. And they came back to being replaced by animatronics, and they're basically trying to get rid of those new Rockstar animatronics. And I never watched this series fully because the full thing is 2 hours long, and I'm not planning on watching it fully anytime soon because 7 years ago I didn't even watch past episode 3 of this one, unlike A Twisted Truth. But if you find it very nostalgic to you, then you should totally go watch it yourself on Magma Ren's channel. May I also add that his art style reminds me a lot of Goldbox's art style from back in the day, and unlike most FNAF fans, I did not indulge Goldbox's content that much. I only watched really one video, so we won't be going over Goldbox in this video, but maybe in a separate one. Bubblegum Monsters was also a very popular creator in 2018, making IRL FNAF content, which his animatronic models were slightly horrifying. His Bonnie model is nightmarish, honestly. Most of the stuff I remember watching for Bubblegum Monsters has been deleted, except for one, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie made by Bubblegum Monsters, when she has since changed the thumbnail to be the FNAF movie, having the FNAF movie sign on it, which I find hilarious. For starters, even though this was made 7 years ago, he predicted the beginning of the first FNAF movie. The night guard gets chased by an animatronic at the beginning of the FNAF movie, and the Bubblegum Monsters FNAF movie, which I find to be a very great prediction, and maybe he was a genius on this one. But honestly, most of the shots in this movie are very, very cinematic, and then some other shots are very, very, very green screened. Also, for some reason, William Afton is a pimp and Michael Afton is very, very British.
God, at a construction site, and also
I was honestly thinking the roles would be swapped a little bit, but I guess not. Also, all the animatronics in this are fully CGI'd, and also were created before the FNAF characters were thought to be fuzzy, so most of their models look like a bunch of chipped paint. I will say, I like how he added his own style to the models and made them look different from the FNAF 1 animatronics, because Bonnie looks nightmarish, Chica looks I don't even know how to explain Chica, and Freddy looks really, really goofy. Not to mention, this FNAF movie probably is scarier than the actual FNAF movie, because when I first watched this scene, it scared the shit out of me, and it has probably the most horror factor than the entire FNAF movie combined. Like, ooh, what is that? Why is Bonnie looking at me like that? His eye literally just popped out, like... Yeah, no, you can't convince me that that isn't scarier than the entire FNAF movie. Also, I'd like to point out how the office is the only thing that's actually a set. And it's a really good set, too. This set is, like, really, really nice. It looks more accurate than the actual FNAF movie set. But then the rest of the pizzeria it looks like an abandoned church, honestly. And I like the fact that he actually implemented moving doors and how the doors go up really slowly, because that's just horrifying, and that added a good scare factor, and it was really, really, really nice, and I enjoyed that a lot. And the FNAF office set in this movie is more accurate than the FNAF movie set in the actual FNAF movie, which I'm sure that they wanted to change a few things for the actual FNAF movie, but I'd like to give this guy props. I also would like to show this entire scene because it makes me laugh so hard. Like, why is he wandering like that? Also, not to mention, the animatronics are very stiff for the entire FNAF movie, and then you get to this part and Chica and Bonnie are moving like real human beings, and also the part where she tries to get his foot and she fails is really funny because it looks like some guy got in a bodysuit and CGI was implemented over it. Now, you may not recognize the name Andrew John 100 until I mention the name Bonnie's Guitar, because Bonnie's Guitar is a classic and we all come back to it at some point. And for it obviously being made by a kid, these animations are really good. Like, I can barely figure out 3D animations because of the pegs, but this child, it's like really good at the animation, honestly. Not only is it like really good animation, but this shit's funny. This is actually funny. This is comedy, guys. The stuttering, for one, is so funny.
You know that's not okay. Well, whatever. No, just get out of here. Do it somewhere else.
Fine.
And also the part where Bonnie literally tries to unalive himself, and then Chica says,
You wasted water! Oh man, no! You know what happens when you waste water? I gotta go tell Freddy about this.
I was dying. Also, why are animatronics taking baths? I don't understand. Freddy was just randomly taking a bath here, and at the beginning of the thing, Chica was throwing watermelons. This is just so random, but it's so comedy gold, and it's by far the, oldest video we've had so far, because this is 9 years old, and it is so nostalgic to me and plenty of other people. This kid, probably 12 to 13-year-old, racked up at 26 million views over the past 9 years, and it's still his most popular video to this day. He is a verified creator because of this video. I also love the fourth wall breaks in this, because for Bonnie's new guitar, he literally went on the Steam workshop to get a model for Bonnie's guitar. That is hilarious. This kid was onto something, I'm telling you. And this is where this video will have to make its dramatic outrance, as I have reviewed 3, and since I'm new, if this video gets to at least 100 to 200 likes, I'll do a part 2 and do more FNAF nostalgia. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, maybe consider subscribing, maybe perhaps. I'll be continuing to making more very good FNAF content like this, so yeah, bye!